How you doing? My name is Ehi Aimiwu, founder of edofolks.com and a college instructor of business. You can read some of my articles in the United States newspapers, in the New England Informer, and also the New York Amsterdam. Internationally, you can read some of my articles on NigerianWorld.com, Jamaican Observer, the Chronicles of Guyana, and the Times of Trinidad and Tobago. Today I'm going to talk about the black church in America. When I say the black church, I'm not just talking about African American. We also include the Caribbean churches and the African churches as well. According to the Indianapolis Recorder newspaper of July 24, 2009, they said the black church has made over $420 billion since 1980. That is in 29 years. In 2006, they made $17 billion. And last year alone, 2008, according to the Warren Ballantyne show, the black church made $45 billion. Now that's a lot of money compared to what nations in the third world make a year. And considering the fact that out of the 303 million citizens of the United States, black Americans make up 13.4%, which is equivalent to 40.9 million people. If we were to split that $45 billion the black church made in 2008 among every African American by dividing it by 40.9 million people, that will give us a little bit over $1,000 for every person. So the black church makes a lot of money. Now, I recommend that church leaders in Atlanta like Creflo, Eddie Long, and other black churches in the nation can come together to improve the economics of black America. You see, the black America right now has the highest unemployment rate. I think the last time I checked was 18%, while other races were at 10 or 11. This is unacceptable. It takes money to make money. You need money to grow money, and black Americans are kind of poor. We are still living under the poverty bracket. Okay? And this is because of the way the American law was written. American law enhances police brutality, racism, racial profiling. And the aim of all this is to keep us poor. With a bad record, or if you're incarcerated, or you've been to jail even for minor crimes, it affects how you get, whether you get a job or not. It affects if you're going to get promoted or not. It affects if you're going to become a manager or not, even if you have a good education. So what we can do as a race, especially the black church, with 420 billion in 29 years and $45 billion last year, is they can buy property. Hotels, gas stations, start up internet businesses. A lot of black Americans have small businesses or home-based businesses. Black Americans are intelligent, but the problem is we have no capital to improve on these businesses, to make them bigger, to hire more people, to advertise, or to market our products and services. So the black churches can come in here and put money in the hands of entrepreneurs that are blacks, so that they can grow and hire more people. We can't always beg the American government or white people to give us jobs. We always claim we are the last to get hired and the first to get fired, and always shout racism all the time. Well, it's true, it's there, but we can rise above it. The black church was very instrumental during the civil rights era and also in breaking slavery. And it succeeded. Now we've moved above slavery. But the black church needs to continue what it has been doing. The next phase now is black employment, black businesses, and also increasing our dollar retention. I was hearing on radio one time that the Asian community circulates a dollar among themselves, among their businesses, for up to a month and a half before the dollar leaves the Asian community. White Americans do that up to about a month. The Hispanics, about 2 to 3 weeks. But when it comes to black people, as soon as we get a dollar, it goes to the other communities within seconds. Why? Because we have no businesses. Even the small businesses we have is not big enough to serve us all. And other races tend to be doing better than we are doing. Not because we're lazy or stupid. We don't have the money to compete. That was the purpose of slavery. That was the purpose of segregation. That was the purpose of Jim Crow and the American law. And as I've stated earlier in my previous Edo Folks reports, American laws can never be removed. And a lot of cities and states in America still quote the old slave laws against black people in the courtroom, even if the laws were made in the 1800s or 1700s. We can only make new laws to counteract them. And that brings me to another point. Another thing black lawyers, black America can invest in is black lawyers. Open up a lot of firms in many cities and states. Put money in the hands of black lawyers to take up civil rights cases. Many black lawyers stay away from black cases because we can't pay them. We're very quick to insult them and say, oh, they're Uncle Toms, but they need money to make a living to feed their families too. And for every case we win against big corporations, the reward can be in the millions or billions of dollars. That's another investment to invest in the law. It is the law that is holding black people back. So if we can fight the law or turn the law around, that might be the biggest exchange of wealth in America or in black American history. Aside from that, I don't want to judge the pastors like Creflo and Eddie Long. I believe they love their nation. I believe they mean well. But sometimes we, the people, have to help our leaders succeed and be better leaders. We can't just sit down and worship them and praise them just because we need some favors from them or we want to feel good that we are affiliated with them. Sometimes we have to speak up. That's what Jesus Christ did. He spoke up against the Pharisees. He spoke up against the Sadducees. John the Baptist stood up against kings. What about the prophets in the Old Testament? Being a Christian or being a child of God is not just being quiet and being obedient all the time or questioning others. What right do you have to question our pastor or telling others, hey, whatever the pastor does is between him and God. That is wrong. That is not Christianity. That's slavery. Sometimes we have to encourage our pastors to do what is right. Invest in black America. Invest in our businesses. Create more jobs. Buy homes, gas stations. Train people to become managers. Train people to become financial experts. That is what we need now. Okay? Now if you go to edofolks.com right here, or you click on the link to the right of your YouTube video, I have two books here. The first one, The Political and Spiritual Purpose of the Holy Land. It shows black America or black existence in the Bible, the role we should be playing in the Middle East conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians, Abraham's genuine agreement with God, who the true owners of Israel is, or the true owner of Israel is, what we need to do as black people to become relevant to the world today. It's a must read. I recommend that every Christian gets this book. You need to know how to read your Bible. Every paragraph in this book has a biblical verse to back it up. So I recommend you get it. It's a whole lot better than the purpose-driven life. Believe me. Another one is living with a peace of mind. Black people need peace of mind. Our pastors need peace of mind. We need to think clearly in order to change our destiny, whether it's in America, Africa, or the Caribbean. Thank you, and God bless.